Hello and welcome to another Ask Me Anything. Today we have a special about the token launch. So with me here today is Felix, our game design director, James, our chief marketing officer, and we also have the content team here, Resham and Mehwish. They will both ask the questions today. So I wish you lots of fun, and I will hand over to Resham. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
us. Bye bye. Okay, so guys, today the topic that we're going to be discussing is, of course, our upcoming token launch, and we will basically be answering some of the questions that we have been receiving from the community. They've been asking about the upcoming token launch, the utility of the token in the game, and with so much excitement around the game already, people just cannot, wait to start playing the game itself, which is going to launch in 2023. So for now, what we have is one of our biggest milestones coming up, the MEE token launch, which is happening on the 19th of December on Bybit. And there's a lot of anticipation and excitement around it. So guys, let's kick off the question and answer session. Mehwish, would you like to take the first question?
Thank you, Resham. So the first question is for you, James. Where can the community buy the token? People would really like to know what launchpads in particular.
Yeah, so the community will be able to buy the MEE token on several launchpads. Those include TrustPad, WePad, Pools, and BinStarter. They are all listed on the token launch page of our website, actually. So they all have their own unique links. So you guys can just go and browse that page, learn about the token launch, and head over to the websites of each of the individual launchpads to get the information you need.
Great. So will the token also be listed on an exchange platform?
Yes, it will be listed on the Bybit exchange. Those who wish to purchase it through the exchange actually can get a signing bonus if they do so through an affiliate link, which we will share through our community.
I think that sounds pretty cool, getting something through the affiliate link. So people are really encouraged to, buy through that particular link on Bybit.
Exactly.
So in regards to buying the token, what is the process for that on Launchpads? I'm assuming it's pretty similar for all Launchpads, but it would be really helpful for our community, James, if you could, run us through the process like real quick.
Yeah, so the purchase process is pretty similar on all Launchpads. You'll probably have to carry out a number of steps, including, so obviously opening the Launchpad website, logging in, connecting your wallet. There'll be a KYC process, and then you'll be able to buy the tokens from that Launchpad. With those tokens, you can then stake or lock them for a predefined time period. And then you'll be able to buy the MEE token as soon as the IDO happens. So that's the standard process. And you can obviously find out more details about this and the individual launch pads on our token launch page, as I mentioned.
Yeah, we have our token launch page, which is already live, and it has all the details about the different launch pads that we are launching on and the exchange platform that we're launching on. And all the dates and everything you need to know is already listed on that page. So if you guys want to know anything more about our upcoming token launch, please head over to the website page as well. Okay, so Felix, the next question I have is for you, I suppose. Unlike a lot of other games out there, our token is, from what I understand, it has an actual utility within the game as well. It is not, I'm sorry, it is not just a simple currency. It is going to be used within the gameplay as well. So could you tell us a little bit more about how it's going to be used in the game?
Yeah, I can do some examples that should explain it. So the MEE token will take some elements that are regularly used on blockchain technology for projects, but we will do it in the game. So one example is that players will be able to stake for voting power. So, but it's not voting power about the project, it's about voting power of in-game things happening. So an example, for your faction, you're getting voting power to decide where will your faction try to expand their territory. And this will be just for in-game, nothing about the project. So not about, hey, what are we going to implement as next feature? It's more about what's happening in the game. Also, you will be able to use the token to stake it for a VP status that is providing you benefits like higher boosts, more production, faster production, up to being able to build 2 buildings, or on the highest level, we will probably unlock a unit that is only for highest VIP ranks available. Also,
Great.
cosmetics will be only available with MEE.
Great. I think that's really interesting that having the MEE token will actually give you a lot of benefits within the game as well. And obviously, the more tokens you hold, the more benefits you can avail. So, Felix, does that mean that people can also stake the MEE token as well?
Yeah, as I said, we will have staking, for an example, for voting power. There we will have limits for the voting power to make sure that we have rather a broad audience participating on the in-game votings, while for the VIP rank, we will probably go in the hundred thousands of MEE token that still provide more value.
Okay. Another question that we get asked is about the other in-game currency that we have, the silver coin. What is that for basically? Like, what is its use and how is it different from the MEE token?
So the silver token is really more for the mandatory in-game actions, and also for an example, creating hero NFTs in the game, having very high-level buildings, high-level units. And there, one important thing is that the silver token is not limited. So the price can be stabilized by us, and it's a currency you also will be able to get in the game for daily tasks, missions, and so on. While the MEE token is a rare reward only for high ranks on events.
I think
And can
that's
people exchange the silver coin with the MEE token? Like, let's say I have 10 MEE tokens. Can I exchange them for a certain number of silver coin, or how does it work?
No, there will be no exchange between MEE and silver inside of our game. It might be possible on exchanges, but not inside of our game.
Okay, thank you.
and I think that's something really cool about medieval empires is like how the game currency will actually be intertwined with the gameplay itself. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So James, the next question I have is for you. People have been asking us if they will need to do KYC in order to play the game.
Yeah, a simple answer is no, at least for the free-to-play version of the game. So people will not be required to do a KYC. And I think that's something that's really great about the game. So we talk about this a lot, the accessibility factor. You know, anyone can simply start playing the game. There is no minimum amount you need to spend. And thanks to our custodial wallet feature, people can simply register and start playing.
That sounds pretty cool. Getting something, just being for the game to be accessible. That's one of the best things I think that is about medieval empires. And because people get very put off if they have to follow a long list of steps before they can actually start playing the game. So I think with medieval empires, we're solving that. We're giving them easy access into the game. So another question we have is like, how do we plan to keep the economy stable after the token launches? Because I think that's really important to make sure that once the token launches, it is sustainable and stable in the long run as well. So what do we have in store for that?
Yeah, so like the way that tokenomics have been designed, we plan on having like a predefined vesting and locking periods to ensure overall that the token the value of the token remains stable. In addition to this, as you've mentioned before, and Felix has mentioned, that we will add utility to this token as soon as possible. The additional utility, as mentioned, could be staking, getting resources out of that. Furthermore, we have the 2 in-game tokens, the MEE token and the silver token, which will also help us keep the economy stable.
Great. And I think one of the things that most people would be interested in is how much the unlock is planned on the TGE.
Yes, so 25% of unlock is planned directly on the TGE. So token holders can claim 25% of the total tokens they have purchased on the first day of the TGE. Following this, there will be daily vesting over a 6-month period. So for instance, if you bought a total of 10,000 tokens, you can claim 25% of these on day 1 of TGE, which equates to 2,500 tokens. If you claim all 25% of your tokens on day 1, that leaves you with 7,500, which you can claim over a 6-month period. So there's also, you can find that calculation, that simple calculation on our website in our FAQs.
Yeah, there is actually an example calculation that we have in our FAQs to make this particular concept clear. So if you guys want more clarity on how much tokens can you claim and when can you claim, just head over to our FAQs.
Yeah, in fact, our FAQs have a lot of token related questions already answered in there. And if you have any more questions about the game in general as well, like the gameplay side of it, we have a lot of questions that are already listed in the FAQ section. So if you have any queries, just head over to the FAQ section.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today for doing this quick question and answer session for the community. I think it was really helpful and it was great to have you all here. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, good to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to answer questions.